Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reselling Rhythms. Are you kind of down and kind of out of sorts, so to speak, with the current environment? Have you difficulty getting things done and staying motivated? Well, you're in the right place. Today, I have a special guest, someone who I consider my friend, and has been there for me to help me lift myself up from the doldrums. And she goes live every day on YouTube. Very inspirational person. She does inspirational books. She does inspirational clothing, which I'll let her get into. I don't want to ruin her speech, so to say, but great person and very uplifting and motivational. And she likes giving back to the community, which is why I'm all about. So that's why we're here today. And I'll say once we bring her on, I'll say hello to some people in the chat and through the chat. But I want to bog down the show, and it seems like a lot of people are filling in, which I really appreciate it. And I think you're gonna have a great show. And if we're lucky, maybe Joy will sing a little bit of her new song, "You Won't See Me in the Bushes." So just hold out for that. We'll have that during the end. So I don't want anybody leaving early. Okay. Let me bring Miss Joy on. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. Hi, everyone in the chat. Holla.
Okay, Joy, why don't we just roll right into, like we discussed, you tell us who you are and what you're all about.
All right. Well,
put you on full screen to see your pretty face.
Oh, Lord. I've never been full screen before, but I am all the time.
Go on your show all the time.
But hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Adam. And Adam, thank you for having me here. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. As you can see, the link to my website is right there, BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. So what Adam was alluding to is that I try my best to inspire people through design, mainly through design. And then awesome thing came up, YouTube. And a lot of you may have already seen me, may have known me, because I've been in the reselling streets. That's how I pretty much got comfortable, was in the reselling streets of YouTube. And then I've expanded, but I always come back and say hello. I've been a part of different people's channels and, in the chat and sometimes on their panels. But for the most part, I just want everybody to be inspired and encouraged, especially now. We are experiencing a time where none of us were prepared, right? How can you prepare for the impossible, right? So we are living in the impossible, but the impossible just became possible because we overcame it. We are overcoming it. Look at your future as 24 hours away, not as 10 years away, 5 years away, 5 months away, a week away. It's always 24 hours. So we get that reset every 24 hours. Every time you get up and you're able to breathe, that is how you can become the difference. So how I pretty much started in my business was I used to manage a rapper. And once that ended, I started just going to the gym 7 days a week. And one day I just said, you know what? I'm not going to hold this back anymore. Let me just tell the truth. I used to sneak after the gym and have Snickers bars, ice cream. I mean, I used to kill it. I used to be at at Baskin Robbins with that chocolate chip. I used to buy like pounds and pounds of that chocolate chip ice cream all of the time. And I said, you know what? Let me just say that. I posted it in Facebook, and then my cousin replied. She was like, oh, you should make a t-shirt. I was like, I don't know how to make a t-shirt. But I was like, okay, you can't just throw a challenge at me without me responding, because I will respond. That's another thing too, guys. Never, ever, ever, ever back down from a challenge, because a lot of the times the challenges that we are confronted with can make us stronger, make us think a little bit more strategically, make us know that the sky is absolutely the limit. So I said, I'm going to figure this out. I already knew how to start a business because I've done it for many people. I've already known all of the different things to protect your company because I've done it for people. And this was the first time I was challenged to do something for myself. This was the very first time in my life where I was challenged to do something for myself. I had always been doing stuff for people all the time. I never actually said that before. That was part of my story that I never got to tell or share. But I was always used to doing for everyone else. And the challenge had become, Joy, do for yourself. And I was forced to do that. And that's how Be the Difference, the company, became. The t-shirt, the name of that t-shirt is called Work Hard, Snack Harder. Yes. I said, you know what? Shoot, if I'm going to be at this gym, I'm going to make it work for me. So I was like, that was my way of saying, well, hey, I can have snacks.
You get the reward after you worked out, but that was kind of productive.
Exactly. It balances out somehow. So that's how it came.
I that's why I like having people that I know, and I don't really know like their full background. You managed a rap store.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, when did you do this? What period of
time? Good Lord. I wouldn't say he's a rap star, was a rap star.
Well, rap star.
I would say I did it for about 5 or 6 years.
So what did you do prior to that? Just the normal, just everyday jobs? And
I was, working my 9 to 5. I always, and another thing too.
You always had that entrepreneurial spirit?
Yeah, it runs in the family.
Okay.
Another thing too, guys, is the name of the game is multiple streams of income.
Absolutely.
So if you do hold a 9 to 5 job, hold on to that. Know that 9 to 5 is paying for your health insurance. That 9 to 5 is paying for your basic expenses. So don't scorn it. Love it. Hold it. Love it. Feel it. And then use your mind.
Most of the people in this chat have entrepreneurial spirits. They want to be their own boss. But again, and especially with what's going on these days, it presents challenges.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, big challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're not a reseller per se, but we have difficulty sourcing because thrift stores are closed. We're not having yard sales anymore. So we have to adapt. And I always say on my show, almost every show, the only thing that is permanent is change. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to have you here, because you're positive and you're always adapting and changing, and you're always thinking about, how do I improve myself and how do I improve everyone that joins me on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, speaking of which, adapting, I went from selling t-shirts, creating t-shirts and selling t-shirts, to then doing onesies. And from the onesies, I stepped out on faith and did socks, custom socks. And after custom socks, again, I was presented with a challenge to come up with a book. And not only did I come up with one book, I published this book in 2018. This is my copy, so that's why it's banged up. Not only did I come up with a book in 2018, June, I came out with another book of 2019. So never limit yourself. Never, ever limit yourself. Like, I never intended or ever saw in my spectrum or my future to be an author. So like that was sitting on me like, dag, I'm an author.
You're a published author.
That's right. And I was like,
and people are buying your books and using them to live their lives by.
Yeah. So if you have a 9 to 5, don't scorn it, love it, hold it. Use that 9 to 5 to invest into your other multiple streams of income. Always, always expand your horizons and look at it as something that is vital, right? Wouldn't you rather have 5 sources, just like you guys do? You do sources, right? 5 sources of income versus one source. And if that one source gets taken away, you have 0. So multiple streams of income is how our wealthy stay wealthy. You don't see Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos, not Jeff Bezos, but no, you don't see any of them. Even the talk show host, you never see any of them just doing one thing, right? Mm-hmm. You have Bill Gates owns a magazine. He owns a stadium, like a professional stadium.
Right.
Like they all have multiple streams of income.
I think he actually owns a team. I'm not sure, somewhere out in the Northwest.
They own they own a plethora of things because they understand that money keeps moving, and so should
Mark Cuban, right? He owns a
Yes.
professional basketball team. He's investing in all these different businesses. He has his own businesses. Yeah.
Yep. That's
And we
how
talk about reselling. Don't just be on eBay. Be on eBay, Macquarie, Amazon if you can, Etsy. Because then what happens if they shut you down on one platform, you're on other platforms.
Yep.
So,
and not only that, that keeps you prepared
right.
for the impossible, because then you've made the impossible become possible.
Correct. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, there's a quote for you. You make the impossible. It's in your book.
It
You
is.
made the impossible possible.
Yes.
George going to read. Is that a good time to read a few quotes from your book right now? You think?
Yeah, I guess. Does anybody?
Why don't we do that? Why don't we just read, guys? I just wanted to touch a little bit about Joy brings to the table. Some really neat stuff. So we're just going to read a few quotes and we'll get back into like the conversation. But I wanted to read a few things from her book.
Right. If you guys ever come on my channel, on my YouTube channel, every single day, you'll get a quote from this book. Sometimes I'll do it from this book, but what I do is I flip through with my left hand now, because I feel like my left hand gives me good, whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. So see, whatever page it stops at,
Okay.
it's meant for either you or me or whomever.
Okay.
Okay. I'll read both of them. If a door won't open unless you turn the knob, how will dreams come true without starting actions? I'll read that again. If a door won't open unless you turn the knob, how will dreams become true without actions? That's how this is right here.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
And then on the next side, and it's easy to read too, so you can.
Oh yeah, large print.
Yeah, you can.
People have vision problems.
I'll tell you the background story to why, after I read these, why it's that way.
Right.
Okay, so imagine, in order for your wishes to come true, it required you to give up something you feel you can't live without. Would you give it up? Take a leap of faith. Either way, you'll land on your feet. Imagine, in order for your wishes to come true, it required you to give up something you feel you can't live without. Would you give it up? Take a leap of faith. Either way, you're going to land on your feet.
Yeah. Let me get rid of this person here. Okay. I guess we don't have any moderators in the chat. Sorry about that, guys.
Let's see.
Slide that over here.
All right.
We don't have Michelle in the chat, it looks like. I think Crystal's in the chat, though. Okay. I got it, though. We had a little troll. I got it.
Oh, really?
Keep on keeping on, Joy.
I love it. Like with trolls or people who try to aggravate your lives, anyone that does go live, just think of them as a really angry or hurt or disgruntled person looking for attention in all the different ways. But the longer they stay, you can influence them to be different. All right. So, and I don't put page numbers on there. It's just so you just.
Oh, you know what? I read that wrong. That was true. I got unblocked them. Sorry.
It says, just like any relationship.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Believable blessings. My bad. I got all excited. You're on hidden. Said facts. I thought you said something else that had to do with the Germans. You're good. I unhid you. I'm sorry.
All right. So just like any relationship.
You were right, Chris. That was my bad. I unhid them.
Mother Nature be playing with emotions. Summer can't come sooner. Just like any relationship, sometimes Mother Nature be playing with emotions. Summer can't come can't come sooner. You can tell when I was writing this. Mm-hmm. And just so you know, all of these quotes are 100% written from the dome. And sometimes it's different things that I see that I can come up with a quote. And the reason why I wanted to do quotes that were not taken from other places, because I like to be original. I don't like to form or formulate or fall into anyone else's rhythm. I want to do my own. I want to stand out for myself, not for anyone else. I want to stand out for myself, because I don't want to do everything that everyone does. All right. Your personal story can save a life. We're all connected. Your personal story can save a life. We're all connected. And then when I post these quotes on my channel, I always give a little synopsis of what it meant. So to me, at least. And then, I like to see what people write in the comments about what they think it means to them. So that's just 4.
Okay, I want to reach out to you, and we discussed this the pre-chat, the 2 chats ago.
Mm-hmm.
You decided. I know you talked about when you were working out in the gym, but didn't you have like an epiphany also where you were having some issues and you were being like overly negative, and you decided like this is wrong. I want to change everything, and I want to. I think you used to talk about that in your show occasionally. Could you touch on that?
So I think you may be talking about why I ended up like incorporating.
Is that there? Okay, I know you. For some reason, you said
Yeah.
you wanted to be positive. You were being too negative, and you wanted to share that with the people. And
yeah, no. So pretty much, personal story as far as being negative, it just didn't work for me anymore. So like as you flow with life, as you allow yourself to flow with life, you'll start gravitating and attracting to things that will help push your purpose or whatever your purpose is. So the reason why I ended up incorporating my company, and outside of just doing the work hard, snack hard t-shirt, I was driving home and I saw a woman who was under some type of influence. She was bent backwards, not forwards, but backwards, like an accordion. Like her back and her hands were like by her heels.
Ooh.
And she was swaying. So imagine someone being backwards like that. And she was swaying. And this, we're talking about in December when we used to have real winters.
Right.
So like I said, well, I'm driving by. I felt my heart, my heart was crushed by seeing that. Because I instantly just thought when she was 4 or 5, she probably never thought that this was going to be her life.
Right.
And naturally, I couldn't just pull over and say, hey, miss, like, come on, let me help you. I don't have the resources, but I do have my mouth and writing. And that's when I made the t-shirt, Addiction Kills the Family.
Right.
And, it was a very graphic, gory t-shirt because that's the truth. Addiction of any kind, not just substance abuse. You can be addicted to work, and you can be addicted to your phone. You can be addicted to electronics. You can be addicted to hating. You can be addicted to anything that could possibly take away from you spending quality time with your family can be an addiction. So it's just to build awareness, to make us aware of what we're doing each and every day. Are we spending enough time? If you have small children, are you spending enough time investing in their lives like your parents may have? So it kind of I just wanted to trigger something in our minds. And we are I believe we are creatures of absorption. So the things that we take in here, and here help develop who we become. So the less distracted that I am with watching TV is the more aware that I can be of.
That was the other thing that we need to bring up. Once you touch on that about you decided just to give up TV altogether.
So that was another time when I was just really like, I want to go deeper and, live a better life. So I was forced to. One day my cable just went out. Evidently I was getting free cable, like free channels. For like 5 years, I was getting free channels. So whoever hooked up my cable, they gave me every single channel that I was not paying for. So one day, I guess they found out and they cut me off. I was like, I'm not looking at channel 2. I said, no, you can't just have everything and then all of a sudden get it all taken away. Like, you can't adjust to that. I had HBO. I had VH1. I had all that. You telling me I got to go to local TV? Oh, no. I said, I'm done with that, right?
Well, you don't like Channel 2 in New York, CBS?
Oh, Lord, no. Like, that didn't have my fill of love and hip hop. I used to be all up in that.
All of it? Okay.
I used to. So then that's when I really started doing lives. And I was on YouTube and I was doing all of the meditation and all of that stuff. And then I was like, well, I wanted to get my 1,000 subscribers, and it was the 1,000 subscribers because I didn't know much about the watch time. So I said, well, I'll just go live instead of doing pre-recorded videos. That was, to me, was like, I'm being lazy. So I went live. And that's pretty much how I ended up meeting you guys. Oh, yes. My first experience with lives was when I met, Hip Flippin' Mama and also Flippin' Hustler.
Okay.
He sent me a subscription request out of the blue. And I was like, oh, he's live? I was like, what the heck is live? So I went to his chat, and that's where I met him, Hip Flipping Mama, and NASCAR Man 3345.
Okay.
And I thought this was so interesting because I was like, first of all, there were so many different accents. And, everybody was just from all over the world. And they
Yeah, definitely got different accents.
yeah, he was on a marathon. Flippin' Hustle was on his road to 1K. And he was just.
Oh, okay. When he did the marathon. Okay.
Yeah, and that's when I experienced live for the first time. So then that's how I became a part of the reselling community. Because I went and saw him, then I started watching Hip Flipping Mama, then I went to NASCAR Man, then all these different channels opened up. And then I started getting more, subscribers, and I started going live. And then you guys started coming to me. I never, ever, ever told anybody like, hey, come to me when I do lives every day. You know what I mean? They just eventually came.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one, and I'm going to be completely honest. I have always been one who was very, very private, all the way up to my age, about what I like. I was very, 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 very private. And for people to see my face on the screen, I never wanted to do that because, I just hated for anybody to try to research me and, find out information I didn't want them to know. So you guys seeing me here live, that took a leap of faith. Again, another challenge, and I accepted it. So anyway, I stopped watching TV. On my channel, I'm at 419 episodes tonight. That equates to 400.
Guys, 419 episodes.
That equates to 419 plus days, because there were days when I didn't have my 1,000 subscribers and I wasn't able to get internet, so I couldn't go live. 419 plus days of me purposely not turning on my television. And that's why you probably see me very calm. I don't allow programming anymore that I don't control myself. I can control whose channels I go to. Whether they recommend it to me or not, I can press that button. And I'm very cautious of all the channels that I enter. If it doesn't flow with my vibe or my spirit, then I just don't need to be there.
Well, that's the other thing that you why don't we talk about the power of attraction and the old saying about you want to hang around 10 of the people that you want to be more like. Don't hang around, and again, I don't know all the proper terminology. Don't hang around people that are going to bring you down. Hang around people that are going to lift you up.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you touch on that?
Well, I think you won't, if you don't feel comfortable in your own self, then it could be the people that you're surrounded by, or it could be just you not dealing with who you are, right? Because all of us, every single last one of us have some type of trauma or scars from childhood up into even adulthood. Sometimes we don't even deal with them. And to me, it's sad that we don't deal with those things, because you'll always be in that, what is it? The hamster, when the hamster goes in that wheel, you'll always be in that hamster wheel wondering, why am I not feeling fulfilled completely? Why am I feeling like it keeps on happening the same way, right? Because life will continue to bring you the same situation that you need to deal with in order for you to get to your next level. And if you don't deal with some of those traumas or some of those same habitual patterns that have not been working, then you will continuously be on that. And that equates to the people that you end up being around. If you continuously think a certain way, you're going to attract that certain way. If you continuously do a certain thing, you're going to attract that certain thing. Sometimes we do it subconsciously. Sometimes we don't do it subconsciously. So that's why when you turn off the distractions, you become aware of yourself. You got to work on yourself first, and then you'll be what you should be, or you'll be what you're supposed to be. And I ended up losing people who no longer served a purpose in my life. Now, would I be cool with them? Yeah, I'm always going to be cool with them and, be kind and cordial to them. But as far as our friendship or relationship going any deeper than surface, it may not be healthy for me, and it may not be healthy for them, because we're on
right.
different levels. And there's nothing wrong with someone being on a different level for you, because we all have people that are just good for us. So, don't always look at, losing someone as, oh, they're bad people, or, oh, I wasn't good enough. That's not necessarily the case. Maybe you'll meet again, but you both have to be on that same thinking, that same wavelength. If
True.
not, then it's not going to work.
Excellent.
You become
Let me just share something with you guys real fast. I shared this on my Facebook group the other day, and this is a great quote. And I like Gary V. Unfortunately, he's not always suitable for work. This one was suitable for work, so I'll share that with you guys. Okay, I can't see the stream, but can you see the Gary Vaynerchuk quote?
Stop telling other
people. Can you see that, Joy?
Yeah, stop telling other people how to fix themselves. Fix you. Yep.
Exactly. It's true. So true. Absolutely. I thought that was perfect. Like I said, Gary's not always suitable for work, but that was ideal. You got, like I said, you got to fix yourself first before you can, help other people. So I guess that's part of your progress. You worked on fixing yourself, and now you want to share that with other people and help them be better people and help them to be stronger and uplift them.
It's daily, none of us have arrived. Just
True.
So you guys know, I have never arrived. I don't plan on arriving, because the day that I arrive, then that means that I'm above earth and no longer need to be in.
You're not in this world anymore, right?
Yeah, so what's the point? No. I want to breathe in and out as much as I can. So I want to learn every day. You have to be humble and willing enough to know that you don't know it all. I don't know it all. I don't know it all. So I don't want anybody.
None of us know it all, although some of us think we know it all. I personally know I don't know it all.
Right. But sometimes people will try to accuse you of thinking you know it all. But I like to be very upfront and vulnerable and transparent, whatever you want to put those words in. I don't know it all. I learn every day. And I like being around people that I can learn from. That's why I enjoy, jumping back and forth into the reselling community, because there's things that I learn. Doesn't mean that I'm going to do them, but at least I learned something. Life is about learning. There is an art to learning, right? Sure. And then you get to know cool people. Shout out to everybody here.
Shout them out.
Yeah. Like I see Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Sharon says she knows what she's talking about. She stopped watching TV 15 years ago. She said she feels better. So there you go. I'm not lying. And then
I wanted to share Miras quote, but I my StreamYard chat always freezes up, so I always have the YouTube chat open up. But Myra said she is the best guest. Thank you, Adam. Smiley face and a big heart. I would have shared that, Myra, but StreamYard wouldn't allow me because that's another issue. But I'm not gonna get all worked up over it. Not today, Devil. You can get me all worked up.
Next Wednesday.
There you go. Yeah, Sharon, she's a great person. Like I said, she goes live every single day. Sometimes she go live like just driving. I mean, she has an appointment, or she does like what would you call those shows, Joyce, where you actually sell your clothing?
Like vending events.
Yeah, she'll do like where she's the vendor, and then she'll still go live. So she'll broadcast from her car as she's driving home.
Yeah, because I want you guys to see what happens. Because a lot of us. This is before I knew what it was to be a vendor.
Right.
I'd say us, right? A lot of us would look at these, go to these fairs, these carnivals, and even like flea markets or whatever you want to call it. We go to those places and we see the people behind the thing like, oh, I don't want this. You'll blatantly say that, whether you realize it or not. There's a human being that hears that. And there's a human being that put a lot of effort into even being there. Just to give you a short version. If an event starts at 8:00 for me, I am out of the house by 6. I am hopefully at the event by 7 to set up. And then I'm ready to open up at 8. Then I'm there from 8:00 till, let's say it ends at 2. It ends at 2. You either had a good day, a bad day, indifferent day, ugly, whatever the case may be. I'm dealing with, 1, I'm not a morning person. I'm still human. 2, whoever I'm with may have irritated me because, I'm a perfectionist. If my table ain't right in a certain type of way, whatever, somebody will come around, mess up the shirt.
You got to reorganize everything.
You know what I'm saying? You have to fix that. And then by the time everything ends, I don't even eat lunch because I can't leave the table. If I leave the table, there's a potential sale that I might miss. And then I have to explain everything. So I may not even get home until 4 or 5 o'clock that day. Because remember, I have to pack everything up. Me and my friend, or me and whoever's with me, we have to pack everything up, still drive home. Maybe I'll eat that night. But I still have to unpack the vehicle. So any of you who have never experienced a vendor, that is a quick synopsis of what it's like to be a vendor. And to do this after you've already worked 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and then you use your Saturdays and your Sundays sometimes to go out here to try to inspire people who may not even want to say hi to you because they think you want to pull them in to buy something. I mean, ultimately you do, but
right.
For me, it's never like that. Or like midweek events. Sometimes I would do midweek events. If there's no table provided, guess who has to drag the table in? I'm not complaining, but the reason I'm saying that is when you do go to these festivals and all of these different events, now you have a different perspective and you can look at people in a different light. So when you do see them, if there is something that you're not interested in, you can politely say it in a way that wouldn't hurt their feelings. Or you can politely, if someone says hi to you, you can wave and then keep walking. But don't be always thinking that somebody's trying to sell you something. Someone may just want to say hello because they might have been lonely the first hour. No one there speaking to them. The neighbors might be selling and they're not. These are all things.
I've done those kind of events, and I've done help with flea markets, and yep. I was much younger when I did flea markets. That's really tough. When you got to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and then meet with your guide or whoever. Like I did it with other people. I was working, going to college, working in a retail store, and the guy says, "Oh, why don't you come with me on Thursday mornings? We'll go to Columbus, which is Columbus, New Jersey. We'll do the flea market." Okay, man, I didn't know what I was getting into. You get up at 3 in the morning, you don't get home till like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
And you've worked longer than
I think they close at 4. By the time you get home, it's maybe 5 o'clock.
Yeah, you work longer than your regular job.
Yeah.
So, like, be kind.
Just to bring it back full circle, you had said earlier about having multiple streams of income. So your events kind of dried up with what's going on in the world today. Yeah. So luckily you have other streams of income that you couldn't just not relying on those events. Imagine if you just rely on those events, your income stream would be dried up. That one is currently dried up.
Yeah, and just so everyone knows, the company is incorporated with the state of New Jersey. So I still have to pay taxes to the state, at the end of the year or quarterly. Whatever items are taxable, I have to make sure those are taken care of. I have to pay taxes every year. So while people think, some people do this, but I don't. Most of the money that I have ever made from this company has just been put back into the company for supplies. So it's not like you're putting money into my pocket. You're just putting money into me being able to reach more people. And that's it.
Well, you're wearing a shirt. Again, I should ask you this before. Do you have any other handy? Because
oh yeah, I do.
Just for 2 minutes, just want to show you some of the things that Joy has. Again, all her connections or all her links are below in the description.
Yeah, these are socks.
What does that say at the top? Says what? Something about dreams.
It's
your dreams.
Yeah, it's actually to the T-shirt. I made this.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is the original. This is the original diamond that I actually put into the T-shirt, but I switched because of the way it would print. It wouldn't print the way I wanted it to print like this, so I had to do it differently. But this is the original design for Follow Your Dreams, and these are a pair of socks. Once all of these socks sell out, I only make like a few, and when they sell out,
they're limited editions. Once they sell out, they're done.
Never made it again. I feel like this is the one way we could be individuals. So I make a limited run and then I break them down into various colors. And you have your own pair of socks. Like, like you have collector's items. Like you can be like the elite where they have like certain Ferraris. There's only like 100 Ferraris in the whole entire world. And, you can't get them. So it's simply stuff like that. Then I have the books. I'm gonna grab something else real quick. It's getting hot now, so I have tank tops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these
You
are.
were working out with the tank top last night. That was something too that Joy did. She's going to try to do it, I think, once a week with the. Again, I'm not mentioning the word, guys, because I don't know if YouTube wants to pull my video down. But the current environment, let's call it. Joy actually did like a workout last night, trying to get us all to, because we can't go to the gyms. The gyms are closed. So Joy did her own little personal workout, and she shared with us. And I have some health issues, so I kind of did my own workout, not her workout. But we all did like a little workout watching Joy do hers.
Yeah, and like I said, it's called Beat the Meat. It's Beat the Jiggle.
With the what?
It's called Beat the Jiggle.
Say what?
Every Tuesday at 7.
Beat the Jiggle, I like better.
Yeah, Beat the Jiggle.
All right.
That's what it's called. This is another one that could be a tank top or a t-shirt. I print all of the items myself. So I print all of these except for the socks. I print everything else. I print the I print the onesies. I print the t-shirts, the tank tops, everything that you see. I have.
You have control over the quality control. You're actually doing the work.
And the tank tops, if anyone actually owns any of my tank tops or t-shirts, you'll notice that the quality of the shirt is a lot better than the quality that you'll get probably in like a Nordstrom. Depending on what brand, you'll probably, if it's a mass product t-shirt, mine would be better. This actually glows in the dark. It's the logo. It's the logo, to Be the Difference logo. It glows in the dark. And every item has the branding on the back. I'll show you a onesie. Oh, where the onesies go? What in the world?
Yeah, I saw that. You had a little video showing your onesies, a little like a promotional video.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I must have taken it out. I have onesies here. This is the Addiction Kills the Family t-shirt.
You know what I found? And I got this little off topic, but I mean, we're following all these different developments, and they said if you smoke, you possibly have less chance of getting infected. The nicotine might have something to do with it. I said, really?
That don't make no sense. That right there doesn't make sense.
I know, because they say you get if you have breathing issues, that it's bad for you. But then they're saying, well, if you smoke, maybe the nicotine helps. It's like, well, wait a minute.
No, they just
be both.
That's another example as to why you can't listen to everything that everyone says. That does not make sense.
I want to bring that up, Crystal. Thank you, Joy. I said that we sent that T-shirt to Crystal, and she loves it.
Oh yeah. She said that. Yep.
Yeah.
This is a glow in the dark. My future is bright. You'll never lose your.
I like that.
You'll never. I have multiple colors. It's on the website, and it's on the website. This glows in the dark.
Well, that's bright, all right. There you go.
Yeah. It's a mint green, and again, the back of it has the logo. This is a brand new design.
So again, it's Be the Difference, and all Joy's clothing have these inspirational sayings on it.
I love this one.
That's cute. That's cute. I will be the leader. Yep.
And I have this on the onesies because while they can't read, if you keep on sticking them, like imagine this is your baby and this is a mirror. You look them in the mirror, or they're in the mirror and say, you're going to be a leader. They're going to remember that image of the books and the cap. And they'll be like, wow, whenever they see a cap, when they're grown up, they're going to be like, I remember something about a cap and what it meant. They may not know how to read, but they're going to be a lot further. I feel like they'll be a lot further. I'm
terrible with movie quotes, but one of the quotes were, I guess it was like, think it and it shall be. I mean, that was Star Wars or something, but you know, if you visualize it, then you can make it happen. If you visualize all these negative thoughts, then you'll promote negativity. If you visualize positive thoughts, you'll bring positivity to yourself.
Yeah, that all is in the line of attraction, law of attraction.
Law of attraction. Thank you.
That's what it all is. That's what
we're touching that a little bit. I mean, I find that fascinating. Even like with meditating, we talked about meditating, and I want to learn how to meditate. That's the other thing. Sometimes you just like your mind clear. And other times you think like a positive thought. Like, you know, I want to grow my eBay business where I'm making $50,000 a year, or I want to have multiple streams of income and I want to generate X amount of dollars. Just thinking that there's positive thoughts and like ingraining them into your thoughts.
Yep. And this is the power of your mind, right?
Yes, the mind is a powerful thing.
Just an example. The other day, I play this game, Board Kings, right?
Okay.
And there was a game, there was like a spindle. You press the spindle and it tells you you'll get like either 25, the number 25, 40, whatever, and the grand number was 100. I kept saying, I want that 100, I want that 100, I want that 100. And don't you know, when I was down to my last spin, I got that 100. So I attribute that to the power of my mind.
There
Make
you go.
that thing happen. So you are very powerful. And that's one thing I like to remind everyone. You are powerful. Everything that's in here, you can create. Whether you believe it or not, that's fine. And I always say, test things to prove for yourself. You can call me whatever you want, but until you've tried it for yourself, you call me nothing. Try it for yourself. You don't think that the power of your mind and thoughts can actually create things? Try it yourself before you deny it. That's a thing that we're so used to. We're always used to being, oh, no, that's not going to work before
No,
you.
you can't do that. Right. No, that's not
Before you
right. No, you'll never be a success. No, no,
before
no.
you even try it.
Yeah.
This is how you put limitations on your life expectancy.
True. True.
Stop.
You want to visualize that rainbow and the pot of gold at the end of the tunnel. You don't want to concentrate on the negativity. You want to concentrate on the positivity and reaching your goal.
Yep. And that all is within the programming. I believe
Yes.
all within the programming. So be careful what I always say this, be careful what you see, be careful what you think, be careful what you speak, be careful what you listen to. Because we speak life and death all the time. I can't stand this. Death. I love this. Life. I love you. Life. I think you're great. Life. Death. You'll never become anything. I don't think I'm possible. I don't think that's possible for me, but it's possible for you. I think I'm ugly. I don't think there's anything great about me. I mess up all the time. You speak death. And
Sure.
guess what? You keep on speaking that. What happens? You always mess up.
Yeah. Like I said, it's all about positivity. Absolutely.
Anna!
Okay, I can scroll down on my things. Okay, here we go. Here's something from Denise. By the way, it talks about what you think are you what you believe.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All it is spirituality, is believing. And even biblically, if you read it, if you read the Bible for what it's really worth and you ask God to translate whatever it is that you need to get out of there, you will. I know I read the Bible about 3 or 4 times through and through.
Right.
Every time I read it, I may have read the same scripture, but I always got a different meaning because I was at a different place.
Different place in your life. Yep.
In my knowing. And then I was like, oh, snap, that thing hit me a little different. So open your heart to whatever, and you will receive what you need. And don't.
Well, you're a believer in that. I know that you speak about that all the time in your show.
Yeah.
Open yourself up, and you will receive what you believe. You talk about that all the time in your show.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Whether you believe in God, Buddha, or whomever,
or just the greater power.
Yeah, I don't ever put
Right.
any. I never want to make anybody feel like
Right. You all wanted whatever religion you have, or even if you're not religious, whatever you believe in.
Yeah, because guess what? None of us have met God personally. Well, we may have met him in our dreams or spiritually.
Right.
Even the same thing with Buddha. We all may have had an experience with a higher power or whoever you want to add into that picture. But it doesn't mean that someone's belief is wrong. We have to learn.
And everyone's entitled to the belief. That's what's great about this country.
We have to respect each other's
beliefs, right? Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I think a lot, if we start respecting each other's beliefs, not even just religious beliefs, but just beliefs in, well, I don't agree with you with politics or whatever the case may be. You can be respectful and still have a decent argument, but still be respectful in the end where you can still like each other. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. And again, I won't get into it, but I really try to avoid speaking about politics. But sometimes people take it to the ninth degree. It's like, and I'll just say we'll agree to disagree, and sometimes that sets people off. But it's like I have my views, you have your views, and you're entitled to your views.
Yep.
I'm entitled to my views. Just don't like enforce your views on me, because we're all entitled to our own views. It's like, you know.
And guess what? When it comes down to politics, don't think for 1 second that them people, after they get off that podium, they not having lunch with each other or dinner in a secret location somewhere else. We don't know any of them. We don't know any of them. We don't know their childhood. We only know what someone has told us. We don't know half of these people, right? We don't know what their road is. We don't know what happens from the time they wake up to the time they get in front of the stadium, in front of a pulpit or whatever the case. And I'm talking about any politician. We know nothing about these people. We know nothing about what they did to get to where they are. We know nothing about what they have to do to maintain where they are. So therefore, we should keep our mouths shut, because guess what? The same way you talk about someone else, it's going to come back to you. You might not be that strong enough to receive whatever criticism someone has to say. So we should just keep our mouth shut. If we don't like something that someone says, don't talk badly about someone's character.
Right.
Unless
Again, I forget all these different sayings, but you are what you sow, or something that. And I'll give you a perfect example. And I don't always bring this kind of stuff up, but I share some personal experiences as well as Joy does in her show. But my best friend is Jewish, and there's still anti-Semitism in this world. And it's like, I don't care if you're Jewish, if you're Hindu, if you're Catholic, if you're Baptist, you treat me well, and you're a great friend, regardless of what religion you are. Just because you were born into a religion doesn't make you a good or a bad person. I treat you how you treat me. If you treat me as a friend and you're good to me, you're my friend for life. Yep. It has nothing to do with your religion. To me, that's foolish.
Imagine if we took titles away and we just dealt basically with human.
Well, the song Imagine. I love that song from the Beatles.
Just imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I would play it, but I'd get copyright strike.
Yeah, right? Imagine. That's another quote that I have, and I'm probably going to paraphrase it. But think about this, guys. Think about it this way. We all bleed red, right?
Yes.
We cut our skin, we're all bleeding red.
Exactly.
So what makes us so different? Nothing. We all bleed the same color. That means internally, we are the same. We may have different hues, but don't allow people to program you to believe that a certain hue is worse than another. Because at the end of the day, we all bleed from the same fountain of blood, which is red.
Okay. Lyrics to John Lennon's Imagine. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or to die for, and no religions too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Peace.
Mm-hmm.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's poetry.
Yeah. Well, John Lennon is a very talented man. And, and again, I always talk about that. The golden rule, people. Treat people how you want to be treated, and the world will be a better place.
Yep.
That's one of the reasons I'm doing this YouTube channel. I mean, I don't profess to be the greatest reseller in the world, but I have a college degree. I have 30 plus years sales experience. I can comprehend things. I belong to a lot of Facebook groups. I belong to moderate a lot of the bigger YouTube channels, reseller channels, and I pick things up and I try to bring those people in to help you grow your business. And it makes me feel good by helping others. So it's like, I want other people to help me, so I figure I can give back and help others by providing this service to you guys.
That's what humanity is all about. Yes. That's what humanity is all about. It never was about the material possessions. It never was. Like, I don't believe our creator, I'll just put it simply that I don't believe any of our creators or creator, whatever you want to put in there, ever intended on us to focus primarily on the money or the houses or anything. I never believed that we were intended to focus on that stuff so much so that we forget what our purpose is, that we forget that people still have a heart that bleeds and needs someone to lean on and just be there for them. Even if you
everyone needs friends and needs support from time to time.
We all do.
Especially today more than ever.
We're human.
Yeah.
We were never meant.
What from the Bible? Well, I guess it's from Shakespeare. I always attribute to the Bible, but from Shakespeare, William Shakespeare, Merchant of Venice. If you prick me, do I not bleed?
Exactly.
You prick anybody, they're going to bleed. I mean, we're all the same.
We never were intended to live this life in solitude. None of us.
Absolutely not.
None.
Humans are a social being.
Right. So,
and reselling is very lonely. That's one of the other reasons I started this channel. Reselling is very lonely because you're working on your own, or you're working on your computer or whatever. In case you'll get out the source or whatever, but it's lonely.
It is, and we just need to become more aware that humanity is the primary goal that we should be striving to do. And there's nothing wrong with having amassed a lot of wealth. I'm not saying that either, but that's not the focus. We're supposed to be here to help each other. We're supposed to be able to grow and love. Even if you don't have your own family, somebody's supposed to come in and fill in that gap. You know what I'm saying? We're all created to be gap fillers.
One of the reasons I'm in your chat, 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week. Because I feel you're very welcoming and you'll accept anybody, and as long as we're good people, and I feel I'm a good person, and you're a good person, and I support you, and I support your channel, and I support your business, and again, I always tell people I'm all about people that support me. I'm all for it. I support them 100. I won't say 110%. I support them 100%. But you can't support somebody 110%.
Right.
I support them 100%.
Yeah, and again, I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect.
And I say it all the time. I'm not perfect, people, but I try to become better. And I say if I learn one new thing every day, that makes me a better person.
And I also I wouldn't turn away someone who is that doesn't believe anything that I'm saying or angry, because I remember at one point somebody took their time to be there for me, even when I was in my ugly state. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So we all have to give each other that leeway. I didn't come from anywhere, right? I had a history.
We had to come from somewhere.
Right? We all have a history. So
sure, we all have a history. Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind to just somebody acting crazy. All right. You have to extend a little bit more patience, because guess what? There's going to be a time or a day where you may act out of your character. And you're going to want somebody to be like, yeah, it's okay.
As much as people like to say I've never had a bad day in life, we've all had bad days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have bad mornings when I have to get up to go to work.
Well, that's just saying you're not a morning person. Two things. Guys, if you have any questions for Joyce, please put them in the chat, because we're just about 15 minutes-ish. So I want to try to keep this around an hour. I value my guest times. And, I want to keep it around. And I value my people in the chat's time too. I want to keep it around an hour. And Joy, I was going to ask you for this.
Uh-huh.
Can we do a little bit? You won't see me in the bushes?
Oh. Good. I can breathe good. So
this is Joy's YouTube, so it's a work in progress. I would sing along, but the lyrics change from time to time.
It does.
And I always ask her to sing it every time I'm in their chat.
This is a new YouTube anthem. Take it with you guys to all your lives and all of your channels.
There you go.
So, all right, let me see. You'll never find me in the bushes. I drop down and say hello. Yeah. You'll never find me in the bushes. I drop down and say hello. Yeah. When that combo is bomb. I gotta drop and say hello. Yeah. When that combo is bomb. I gotta drop and say hello. Yeah. You'll never find me in the bushes. I drop down and say hello. Yeah. That song came from just because I wanted to tell another YouTuber how I never see their lives. I did not want them to think that there was ever a time where I was in their live and just was in the bushes. So pretty much people who are in the bushes are the ones that you can't account for, that never speak in the chat. So then
there's lurkers in the chat, and I'm the same way. Guys, I appreciate all of you. And some of you watch the replay. I understand you can't be here drawing my lies, but if you can reach out, and I'm going to request that. I'm going to be a good YouTuber. Guys, if you're don't comment in my live streams, comment in the chat. Let me know how you found out about my channel. Just say hello, and hopefully you'll subscribe to Joy as well. And if you come to Joy's chat or you comment on her videos, please tell her you came from Adam's channel, from Adam's Exploits channel. And I'm like I said, I'm there at least 5 days out of 7 as moderator. So, and again, I just appreciate you all being here and supporting me. We try to provide good content, try to educate you, make you all better people. And again, it's nice to know like people are watching you. And I had somebody come up last year at eBay Open and said, "Oh, I watched your channel, Adam." You know how good that made me feel.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's just let me know that you're watching the videos and you're getting some valuable content out of it. So, were there any questions for Joy? Angie says your light shines be the difference.
That's just with my big forehead. And my forehead look good.
Special person.
Look good. It's shining nice. But like, yeah, I just want everybody to know, like, it's okay not to be perfect. It's okay not to know everything. It's okay to even be hurting. But what's not okay is if you don't work on it. That's not okay. Because when you don't work on it, you become this distant from who you really can be and the purpose that you can actually flow in. Right. And I think we will all feel so much better if we actually flow in our purpose and allow things to happen and stop trying to steer the wheel when the wheel can be turned better and you'll have a better life experience. So we all can have a better life experience if you allow life to flow and you just glide with that. Just keep on gliding with it.
Okay, guys, I said I try to keep it an hour, but for all of you that stayed with us, I have a special thing that's going on here. Let me put Joy in full screen. Why don't you show that, Miss Joy?
This, guys, is the part 3. And we're going to do a giveaway, but you have to comment after the live, right? Because
right after the video uploads, yep, in the comment section for the video.
After it uploads, that way it gives everyone a chance who watches it in replay to possibly win this. These are all 100% original quotes. Oh yeah, and just so you know, it's large print because my aunt has very low vision. I wanted her to be able to read this, and that's why it's in large print.
Okay, yeah, we got sidetracked. Yeah. Okay.
That's why it's in large print. Everything is 100% original. As far as you will never find any of these quotes repeated anywhere else. It is also copywritten, every single book. I will not be coming out with a part 2 because I didn't feel that the part 2 one was hitting hard enough. But if you order right now on my site, there are socks on there. So I decided I'll put the quotes on the socks from part 2. So if you want to even see what part 2 has, then you go to my website, which is right down here.
Yes. There you go.
And you can see the socks. And then once they sell out, then that's gone. Then I'll put
also have the direct link in the description of the video below to go to your store.
Yep. And that's it. So I'm working on, I guess I'll release another book. I want to work on an infant book. I want to work on a watch. So if any of you know a watchmaker, please let me know. I'm trying to get my watch created. It's not a regular watch, of course. You know, I have to be different.
It should be the difference.
Yes. So if you would like a copy of this book, it is absolutely free, no charge with the shipping. But you have to wait till this video uploads, make a comment, and Adam will be able to do a comment generator to see who wins.
We'll pick a random comment, use a random comment generator. So guys, again, if you're watching the replay, after the video uploads, we're obviously watching it because it uploaded. You can put a comment in the comment section below. I don't care what you say. Joy's a great guest. Thanks, Adam, whatever. And then what I'll do is we'll wait till I guess we'll do it next Wednesday. Give everybody a week, and then I'll run the random comment generator, and we'll pick a winner for free to you guys. The free book from Joy. She'll pay for the shipping and everything.
Yes, giving back
to the community. And again, please, follow Joy on Instagram. Subscribe to her channel. Like I said, you'll see me there probably 5 days out of 7 in her chat. And if you're interested in any of her materials, follow your dream materials. Follow your dreams. Like I said, the link's in the description below. Yeah. Okay, guys. I guess we didn't have any questions, which Joy pretty much covered everything. But guys, I really wanted to have Joy on. I wanted to have Joy on for a very long period of time, and unfortunately, or fortunately for us, I guess, with what's going on with the environment, she was available on Wednesdays, and she typically wasn't. So it's our blessing that she was able to join us today.
Yes.
So I want to thank you all for being here, and obviously I want to thank Joy for being here. And again, remember, leave that comment in the when the video uploads later, and I'll do a random comment generator. And again, I'll have the drawing next Wednesday because I do my show every Wednesday, and I'll announce the winner. So again, guys, if you're interested in this kind of content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Don't forget the comment part in the description, and the video uploads below, and we'll honor you in the drawing for Joy's new book. Okay, well, not new book.
One last thing. Can I say one last thing?
Absolutely.
Do not allow this virus situation to keep you down. This is a perfect time for us to create. So look at it as a blessing. It's a blessing. I was able to come on. It's a blessing. A lot of other opportunities have been opening. So don't look at it as bad.
Spend more time with your family, with your children.
Yeah.
Bonding with them. Yep.
Don't run to the grocery store every chance you get. Create.
Create. Okay, guys. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you next time.